and we're all making progress in our various fields of endeavor. We've been, and I'm very glad that you're here. Some of you have been attending the masterclass sessions from almost the beginning, like from the very beginning. So welcome and thank you for joining today's class. We have been on a series mastering Microsoft Word and Google Docs for technical writing. And the reason why we're doing this particular series is that we want to build competence in using the data, the word processing software, word processing applications. The common ones we're used to, Microsoft Word, and then also to some extent, people are used to Google Docs. These are word processing software, and they actually help you when you're trying to put any sort of technical documents together, whether it be a proposal, a report. They just help you organize your writing. And if you have some of the basic skills and competencies, you will be far more effective in your writing than if you are fumbling and stumbling through the use of this application. So I thought it would make sense for us to actually benefit from these sessions where we would learn one thing or the other. And I think it's been quite an interesting time and series, and we've gone more than halfway. So probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be wrapping up this particular series on mastering Microsoft Word and Google Docs for technical writing. Then we will take a break and then come back next year towards the middle of January to start another exciting masterclass series. So thank you for being here with us all this while. Today, we will take a look at Google Docs and what it is and how to use it. We spent a lot of time looking at how to master Microsoft Word. We will spend some time today and probably the next couple of classes looking at things about Google Docs, how to use it, what's the similarity, what's the difference, and how does it help us with technical writing concerns. Please note that the masterclass sessions we've done so far, and even previous masterclass sessions, the ones on report writing, the ones on facilitation, the ones on communication, presentation skills, and all of that are on the YouTube page. So you just go to YouTube and type Maduka apostrophe S, Maduka's masterclass, and you can get to my YouTube page. Just like, subscribe so that notifications will come. This class is being live streamed on YouTube as we speak, and it will be there for you to access even after the class. All right, let's get to it today. Today we'll be looking at Google Docs. Those of us who are here in the meeting, can you please just use the chat box and share with me if you've ever used, excuse me, if you've ever used Google Docs for anything. If you've ever used Google Docs for anything, I really don't care what it is, but just want to have an idea of if you've ever used Google Docs. Please just either a thumbs up, an emoji, or you can type in the chat box, but whatever works for you. I understand some of you may not be in a place where you can type, which is fine. Good. Somebody says never. Somebody says yes. Somebody else says never. Let me get some more feedback. Has anybody ever used Google Docs? If you've used Google Docs, let me see the yes, the no. All right. Some people say yes, some people say no. Okay, so those of you who have said yes, can you share a little bit more while other people are responding their yes, no? If you are a yes, what did you use it to do? 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 So most people have not, majority of us here have not used Google Docs. So this should be quite interesting. Should be quite interesting. And there's no way we'll finish it today, but we'll take some today and then probably the next classes. So those of you who have used Google Docs, just 2 or 3 of you, I'm saying, what did you use it to do? If you could share and type in the chat box, Elochukwu and Elekwa, what did you do with Google Docs since you've used it before? So we're asking ourselves if we've ever used, for those of you who are just joining, welcome to Maduka's Masterclass. We're asking if we've ever used Google Docs. And for those who have used it, if they can give us some insight into what they did on Google Docs, what did they use it to do? All right, while we get those responses, let me just share. So I'm sharing my screen in such a way that you should be able to see. Okay. So for you to access Google Docs, you would need to go to your Gmail. So this is on a laptop, right? On a laptop. You can also access Google Docs. You can also access Google Docs on your, if you have a smartphone, whether it is Android or iOS. You can get the Google suite of applications, and Google Docs will be one of them. But that's not what we're looking at today. So how do you go and get Google Docs? One of the ways is to go to your mail. There are 2 ways. One of the ways is to go to your mail, and then you see beside where the account information is, if you please just see where my cursor is, you'll see Google Apps. Google Apps. Click on it and then go down to where you will have Docs. So you can see this is Google Sheets, this is Google Forms, this is Google Docs. Double click on Google Docs. Double click on Docs and it opens up for you. You must understand that Google Docs is 100% online software. It is 100% online software. Google Docs is 100% online software. So it's good for you to know that. Yeah, it's good for you to know that. Another thing you can do is that you just open up a browser. So unlike Microsoft Word that you can work on online and offline, and it is for the earlier versions older than 365 with Microsoft Word, it is mostly offline. But with 365, you literally will need to have an internet connection, and then you can be online and work online and have collaborations, share ideas with people, have 2 or 3 or more people working on the same document from your laptop. You can also upload to OneDrive and have the document in the cloud so that you can access it from your phone and from literally anywhere. So that's the fantastic thing about the newest version of Microsoft Word or the Office packages. But Google Docs have been offering that for quite a while. So instead of going through your email and going to Google applications and picking out Google Docs, you can simply type https docs.google.com. So even if you don't want to put the https, docs.google.com. docs.google.com, and it's going to take you to Google Docs. So those are the 2 ways you can actually access Google Docs. Those are the two ways you can access Google Docs. So having accessed Google Docs and you have it open in front of you like this, what you need to do is open up a blank document. So you can open up a blank document, or you can choose from templates. You can choose from templates. If what you want to do is a letter, there's a letter template here. If it's a resume you want to put together, your CV or whatever, if it's a project proposal, there are so many templates, so many template options. There are so many template options. Then lower down, if you've worked with Google Docs before and you have a previous Google Docs document, it will be here. All right, it will be here. So you'll see all the documents, many of the documents you've worked with before, they will be there. Okay, so for the sake of let's not go to any template. Let's just do a blank. You click on a blank. So why do I need this? Why don't I just stick to Microsoft Word? I mean, you can, but one of the great things about Google Docs is that it actually is a fantastic tool for collaborative writing. Where maybe there's a team that has been set up to write a proposal, do a technical report. You're not working alone. If you have the document on Google Docs, it is very easy for you and the other people to work together. I'll show you in a bit how to do that. Very similar to what we showed the last masterclass with collaboration with Microsoft Word documents. Okay, well, I'd like to go back and also show you that if you don't want to start on a blank document and you already have a document that you have been working on Microsoft Word on your system, on your device, you can upload that document to Google Docs. So it's very compatible, 100% compatibility, that a document you've been working on in Microsoft Word, you can upload it and bring it to Google Docs. So let's do that. Let's do File. And if you see, the features are similar. In Microsoft Word, there's File, there's Edit, there's all of these. There's one thing you wouldn't see in Microsoft Word, and that is extensions. And I'll tell you the usefulness of this. This has been really useful to me, but if we're not able to get to it in this class, maybe in a future class, I'll show you what the kind of options and things you can do with this. All right, so File, Open. So you want to open a file. You can go to Computers. That's the one that is on your system. You can go to Upload. All right. Computer, the folder is empty. Let's go to Upload, because you want to bring up a document that is on your system. So Browse. So you go look for the document that you are interested in. And click on it. You will need to have an internet connection to work with Google Docs. We'll need to have an internet connection to work with Google Docs. So this is a familiar document. We've been using it for a couple of classes now. This document is uploaded. So this is a report uploaded. And then there's whatever else you want to do. if you're starting from a blank document and you want to create a document, just like you would do for Microsoft Word, they're all written about text, font size, font type, they are all there. Okay, everything about titles, different formatting for titles, it's all the same thing. I'm just touching one icon from one icon to the other for you to see the similarities. The similarities. This is font size. Okay, this is bold, italics, underline. This is text, the color of the text. This is highlighter tool. It's virtually all the same things. Virtually all the same things. And you can just work on this and edit it. All right? Work on it and edit it. So let's do a bit of editing, then I'll show you how the collaboration aspect of it works. Please, if you have questions, do well to put them in the chat. I'll do well to go there from time to time to see what's going on. Okay. Okay. I see your feedback. So some people, one person has used it for collaborative writing. Somebody else, I mean, someone had an assignment and we had to go and use it, whether you liked it or not. But you just see that it's really just like Microsoft Word, isn't it? So there isn't really any big deal. It really isn't any big deal. You can start a document from scratch, you know, page number it. Everything you can do on Word, you can do with Docs. But Docs is an online version, and it stays online. So, and then when you work on a document on Google Docs, you can also download it onto your laptop storage and open it with Microsoft Word as though it was a Microsoft Word document. So how do you do that? File, download. So you see download, there are very different ways you can download. You can download as Microsoft Word, you can download as a PDF, and so on and so forth. I like Google Docs because when you're doing something like a newsletter or a magazine, Google Doc gives you so many different options for designing your documents and versions for downloading your documents. I don't know if any of us has heard of EPUB. Uh, when you're looking at manuscripts and stuff and they upload it on their website, they would upload as a PDF. They will also upload as an EPUB, which is an internet-friendly version of like an e-publication, internet-friendly version that allows you to easily access and read the document online. That's your manuscript, your submission, your report, your the published work. So it really does have some advantages. So because it is an online only, you can even mail the document out immediately by clicking email. Email this file. If you have added collaborators, you can click on email collaborators. All right, so this is really quite nice because what this means is that you're working on the document, and once you click on this, you can send it by email, put in the email address, and it goes immediately. Remember, this is connected to your Google account, and you see that even though we are in Google Docs, my Google account still features. So once you say email this file, it goes to your Gmail. All right, so you put in the address. Share the type to attach it as. So you can just attach it as a PDF or Microsoft Word or whatever immediately. Can click on send myself a copy. I can type in a message. Hello, please review. All right. let me send to one of my email addresses so that so it has mailed it. If we were to go check, you would see the document on the email. Let me see if my email is open here. Okay. So that's it. That's it. So you can actually email something directly from Google Docs. You email the document that you're working on directly from Google Docs. What else can you do? Remember, this is file, there's a lot. You can share. You can share with others. Now, I like this feature because this is what brings in the collaboration. Share with others. It's also here. For now, this document is private to only me, but I can share. I can click on share. So whether you click on share from file or you click on share from this icon here, it's the same thing. So I can decide who am I sharing with? All right. Okay. And then I can decide what level of access I want them to have within the document. Are they going to be an editor, which is the full access like I have? So if you're an editor, you can delete, you can add, you can type in something, you can change extensively as though you were the owner of the document. There's also the option of commenter. So with commenter, that means that whoever you're giving access can only put in comments. And I think in the previous class, I've shown you how when you are editing a document, you can use comments and track changes. But comments is you just see a comment by the side. That's all they can do. Another level is that all they can do is just view. So you see the document, you can read it, but you cannot make one single edit. You can't put in a comment. You can virtually not touch it or edit it in any way. All right. So, but if we say editor, that means there's a lot the person can do on your document. And then notify the person. You can decide to uncheck this. When you say notify the person, the person will get an email. All right. Please edit extensively. The person will get an email. Now look at this bottom here. You can also copy the link. If you say copy link, you click on it, tells you link copy. That means you've copied the link to the document. All right, but you will still need to send it because once you send it, the person now has the level of access the person needs. Have you ever had this experience of somebody sends you a link to a document? You click on the link and it tells you you do not have access. Ask the person who generated the link for access. It happened to me a couple of days ago. So I had to ask, please give me access. The person went and updated here and just all responded. The mail just gives you an opportunity to say click and grant access. So those are the different things you can actually do here. So you can set it so that they don't need to come and ask you for access. You set it that whoever has this link can be an editor and so can access the document. So what do you do with the link? You can now send it to somebody by WhatsApp or by email. So that the person can from the link join. So let me try something else. I need to go to another browser. Let me go to another browser and open up I want you to see. I copied the link. I'm pasting the link here. I'm pasting the link here. I'm clicking the link. So if I have the link, so it has opened up the document for me from the link. And you see that I have access. All right, I want to show you something. This is the account that access was given to. So I want to go to that account. All right. So, yes, thank you. So you see I'm editing because I have access. Because I have access. It's possible that you have given somebody access and you want to edit the person's access shared with one person. So you can see I've already shared my access with somebody. I've shared it with somebody. But I can go back and change. I can remove access. So you've contributed, they've worked on it, you have a version that you're happy with. People take the access out, remove access, or change the person to only a viewer. Because at some point, maybe the collabo is done, and you need to move forward. So let's say I want to change this person to commenter only, and save. Okay, and save. I just want to show you. Okay. Now, 1 second. Let's go back to the account that was granted access so I can show you something. She says you are suggesting, because I've changed the access type. You are suggesting. Let me see. Can I delete? So you see that there is delete here, but it's in track changes. It's in track changes. So the original is still there, but it's in track change. So I will see it on my own end as Omosibe Maduka made suggested this should be deleted. Right? So edits become suggestions. That's what's happening here. Edits become suggestions. All right. Edits become suggestions. So anything you are doing is now a suggestion. Now, how do I add in a comment? So for example, I have highlighted something. Once you highlight, two icons pop out: add comment, add emoji reaction. So let's click on add comment. I hope I'm not too fast. Okay. Consider adding other co-authors. Comments. Consider adding other co-authors. So I've done two changes. I've put in a comment and I've suggested a delete. All right, let's go back and see if we can find those two here. So this is the original document. You can see. You can see. Someone take it to where? So Mosibe Maduka suggested this. If I click on this good sign, it means I will accept the edit and it will become I mean, it'll become operational. So let me accept this. So if I accept it, what the person that is, I've given access to comments, what the person has suggested becomes affected, Now, see the second suggestion as a comment, If I tick on good, it means I have accepted and this comment will no longer show. But it doesn't mean that anything has changed here. I have to go and effect the comments. You understand? And say, I want to add another offer because it says should consider adding other offers. Okay. Please, this is something that you can watch multiple times. Again, we're streaming live on YouTube, the YouTube page, Maduka's Masterclass. If you've not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Just go to YouTube and click Maduka, Maduka apostrophe S Masterclass, and you will see all of this. So you can have 3-4 people or even more on the same document. It's quite exciting. It's almost like you're having a physical meeting, a brainstorming meeting, and you're all working. So for example, if we're together in this meeting, and maybe we're together to facilitate the writing of a document, I can share in Google Docs like I'm sharing now. And then as we are talking, 2 or 3 of us have been designated to effect what we are correcting. Even after the meeting, the work continues as long as it has been shared with us. The people it has been shared with can continue working on the document. So there are a lot more things, but let's hold on with that for now. So edit is basically the same thing, like Microsoft Word. There's 1 or 2 other things I want to show. Okay, 1 or 2 other things I want to show that you can actually go ahead and look at spelling and grammar. You can go ahead and look at word count, just like you would in a Microsoft Word document. Okay, just like you would in a Microsoft Word document. You can make the edits, the corrections, whatever it is that you need to do. All right, so let's pause here. Any other questions? Any questions? You can put it on the chat box. Anything you want me to go over again, you can put it on the chat box. Okay. All right, so let's download this document. Let's download this document as a PDF. Let's see what it looks like. Download as a PDF. See that it's been downloaded and it's here. So I can click here and my PDF opens. If you remember, we edited this. So it's what we edited that is showing. So that's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. In another masterclass, I'll show you how to use extensions. What extensions can do for you. and how helpful they can be for taking you to the next level in using Google Docs. Okay. All right. It doesn't seem like we have questions. Please let me know. Let's do some quick feedback. Let me know if this has been at least an eye-opener, enlightening, and if you find this useful. Please provide feedback as an emoji or in the chat box or something. If you found this useful, if it has been enlightening, if it has been an eye-opener, please just share in the chat or as an emoji. Right. All right. So please follow up a lot of resources for what you can do and how you can work with this. And how you can work with this. I know it will not mean it won't stick once. So, but probably if you go watch the videos a couple of times, it will be helpful. All right. Thank you very much for your time today. We'll call it a day with today's masterclass session. Next time, we will look at mail merge, how to use mail merge. If we have the time, we will do both Microsoft Word and Google Docs. What is mail merge? How do you merge? What is the usefulness of that feature that is both in Microsoft Word and in Google Docs? How does that help you to create multiple versions of the same document? Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day and a very productive one at that. Bye-bye.